So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. 'Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night, at night. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's play a love game, play a love game. Do you want love or you want fame? Are you in the game? No, the love game.
I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Don't think too much, just bust that kick. I wanna take a ride on your disco
I
stick.
get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. Just looking in your eyes, like looking at the sun. I feel like you're the moon, I feel like I'm the one. I wanna get numb, I wanna get numb.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim, far away.
I don't wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh baby, I don't wanna know.
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am
Damn right, they been sober. I'm a smoker. Straight on one drink, I take a walk by the water. Who takes the cover? On the road, when we roll up, just be honest. Damn right, they been sober.
I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling 92 hard and feel like nothing's gonna cut it. That's the hard truth. When I told her, I said, yeah, should've got done, said come and get me. I get so caught up, got you told me. Hurry my girls, best roll me. Next thing I do, yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove. Next thing I do, yeah, I need something you prove. Oh, I need something you prove.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like worth living, should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, nigga, worse than black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, to the Hellcats. One less hungry mouth on the welfare.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal, nothing I need, this shit they want from me. I just wanna say that I'm having
What you know about us? I got what you need. Looking for the story and what you want. You get what you please. We about to get it on. Take off the drugs. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go wrong. Cause I like what I see.
California knows how to party. California knows how to party. In the city of LA. In the city of blue lights. In the city of Compton. We keep it rockin'. We keep it rockin'.
I feel bonita.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate, or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? Wanna resolve things on the blood of your way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. She looked strangled him off in the parking lot with his cork and eye.
Stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell you. Stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
Baby, I will fall there for you. Make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car out your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and your game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling,
Baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like Baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like
so darling, don't stand by me. Oh, stand
blessings, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me? So baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me love. Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. I need you to hold on. Maybe please so far away. Although I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take me and hold on. Tell me that you need to stay. 'Cause I know I feel so big, so
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh,
I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Y'all already know who I am. My name's Topher.
Cause I'm a monster.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody. Don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
Yeah, I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill where the landslide brought it down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wait a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, they watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
Up Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see you shake that.
If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Shake that. Can you keep up, baby boy? If you lose my breath, bring me noise. If you lose my breath, hit me hard. If you lose my, can you keep up, baby boy? If you lose my breath, bring me noise. If you lose my breath.
I've got another confession to make. I'm your fool. Everyone's got their chains to break, holding you. Were you born to resist or be abused? If someone did it the best, the best, the best, the best of you.
Keep up, baby boy. If you lose my.
Can we find love again? Is this time? Yeah. Tell me how many more tears will dry till you hit me with can we talk and try love again?
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I
When I
do.
met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer, and it became personal with me.
You ready? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can the main captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home. I got way too much time to be this hurt. Somebody help, it's getting worse. What do you do with a broken heart? Once the love fades, everything is dark.
She wants to touch me, oh. She wants to love me, oh. She'll never leave me,
Don't trust her, never trust her. Won't trust her, won't trust me.
Shush, girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said.
Racing through my brain.
Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? No, don't fuck with my heart. No, 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 don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your love? No, 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 don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your love? No, 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 don't fuck with my heart.
Yeah, low key or maybe high key. I been peeped that you like me, you know. Who the fuck you really wanna be with besides me? I mean, it doesn't take much for us to do this shit quietly. I mean, you say I'm obsessed with thick women, and I agree.
I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Hold your breath, darling, swim to shore. I'll tread the water in that heart of yours. And when it storms, we'll sail right through the waves. I love you more than yesterday.
Nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way. AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000. You just got to know what you're doing. 200. Every single person can be successful. $1 in profit. There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now
trader.
we're currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this, go out, make that money, make a killing, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby. Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic.
I love you more than yesterday.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. Getting ready to rock and roll on this absolutely huge day ahead. We've been on fire, to say the least. Okay, we've been absolutely on fire, if you want to put it in the best terms possible. Traders, we got ourselves a day here. I want to talk about it all, break it all on down. We're live over on YouTube today, opening up the doors over on the Tradecaster firm, making sure we're all set, ready to go. Doors are wide on open. Come on in. It's going to be an absolute blast today. We're going to be going over all the best plays, talking about entries, exits, talking about how we get so damn fit and good looking, grouping. Guys, we got a lot going on here. Big Thursday. Let's have some fun. Let's head right on over towards the live stream. Let's talk about it. Let's make some money. And if you guys haven't yet, smash that thumbs on up and let's get ready to see what this day brings us. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to go over, but right now, team, it is game time. So let's do it. All right, team. Let's get all set here. We got to get completely dialed in. That's all I can say. We got 20 minutes to make it happen. All right, 20 minutes to break it all on down. Make sure that we're all set, ready to go. 9:09 a.m. Let's start just talking about straight on up here, team. Go right on over towards the CNBC Morning Squawk and really just get everyone prepared. My goal is over the next 20 minutes that every single person at 9:30 knows exactly what's going on. Zero doubt, zero negativity, all just confidence all around.
So I always like to start right here, just getting a good idea of what analysts are saying about the market. So what we have is our morning squawk. It says no more picnic. The Dow's cruise higher has hit a speed bump. Stock futures slid on Thursday, a day after the three major U.S. indexes dropped in the wake of Fitch's move to cut in the U.S. credit rating. The tech-driven NASDAQ fell more than 2% in its worst day since February. A rush of earnings, including from some of the largest companies in the world by market cap, will help determine how equities fare the rest of the week. Apple, Amazon headlines are ahead. So investors will most closely watch a pair of tech giants during another busy day ahead. Apple and Amazon will post results after the bell today on their quarterly earnings. Shares of both companies have soared this year along the broader tech space. Apple has climbed 48%, while Amazon has jumped 52%. In Apple's case, investors may glean more for the company's outlook more than its recent quarterly earnings. In notable results before the bell, Moderna shares have arose about the company said revenue and the COVID vaccines would be better than expected this year. So, trader, let's talk about this. Let's just kind of break down what we have at this moment. For anyone who does not know, yesterday was a very big red day in the stock market. We saw the S&P 500 actually get a nice little crack. Not only that, we saw the S&P 500, we saw Meta, we saw AMD, we saw NVDA, we saw Tesla, Google, Amazon. Everything had a rather large red day. Today, we want to see if that red day is going to continue, if that's going to continue to drop, fade, and start getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Let's just get a little bit more information on this, though. So let's head on over to CNBC.com and really just break down what we see over on CNBC. It says, stock futures fall as Wall Street gets set to build off Wednesday's sell-off. So stock futures move lower on Thursday after Wednesday's sell-off on the back of Fitch U.S. downgrade. Wall Street also weighed the latest batch of quarterly earnings. So basically what we've had so far is that stocks sold off yesterday after Fitch Ratings cut the United States long-term foreign currency issue from a AA plus to a AAA late Tuesday, citing that we are having fiscal deterioration over the next 3 years in credit and debt. The NASDAQ composite dropped 2% from this news, which was the worst day it's had since February. So that's number one of what's going on. We are seeing that the market has fallen because of this news. But number two is we also have earnings season, and some of these earnings aren't doing as well as we wanted to. Tonight, we do have Amazon earnings and we do have Apple earnings. Those are two monster companies that every single person obviously knows, Amazon and Apple, and that is going to change the market dramatically. When we think about the S&P 500, the S&P 500, the SPY, it's made up of the top 500 companies in the United States. Apple, out of the entire SPY, makes up a huge portion of it. When Apple has good earnings, usually the SPY gaps on up as it brings up the entire market. If Apple has bad earnings, it usually drops the market on down slightly. Now imagine if Amazon and Apple both have good earnings. We could see a nice gap up tomorrow. Imagine if they both have bad earnings. We could see a big drop on down. Imagine if it's mixed. Use your imagination. But today at 4 o'clock, if you guys are on the West Coast, it's going to be 1 o'clock. You guys are going to be able to see Amazon and Apple come out with its quarterly earnings, and you guys could definitely look to be able to trade it. This is the biggest day this week out of earnings season. So make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Okay? So let's start breaking down this chart. Let's understand what we have on this chart. Let's make sure that we're all set, understanding what really is the game plan here. So for anyone who does not know, right now this green squiggly line is the 13 EMA. The 13 EMA is what I call the flexible trend line. It basically tells us when a stock is considered bullish and when a stock is considered bearish, right? That's what trend lines do. If we want to take a look at, let's say, textbook, right? And we just say to ourselves, okay, what do trend lines tell us? Whenever we are above a trend line, we're considered bullish. When we're underneath a trend line, we're considered bearish. When we are above a trend line, we're considered bullish. When we're underneath a trend line, we're considered bearish. We know above we go up, underneath we go down. Very simple stuff, guys. The 13 EMA is just telling us the same exact thing, only it kind of moves a little bit more with the moving averages. So what we have is above the 13 EMA, we're bullish. And guess what happened? We actually just cracked for the first time yesterday underneath the 13 EMA for months. So we are seeing some bullishness start turning into a little bit more bearishness, where basically we are going to go up and now we are going to start going on down. Now, does this mean we're just going to go straight down? The answer is no. Of course, we're not just going to go straight down. That would be ludicrous to just basically just fall straight down every single day. We have more and more and more and more red. That's not what's going to happen. That's not what we're going to be seeing. But what I will say is that out of, let's say, 10 days, 7 of them definitely could be red now instead of before 7 of them were green. I'm definitely thinking we're going to see a lot more negativity. We're going to see a lot more dropping here. So the S&P 500, that was a big red day yesterday. We saw a lot get dragged down as the S&P 500 got dragged down. So the S&P 500, let's actually switch on over to a little bit of a larger time frame, like a 10-minute time frame here. And when we take a look at this, we can obviously see, hey, still very nice downtrend. We can all see a nice drop. We can take a look over on Tesla, and we can see that Tesla, guess what? Very big downtrend, very nice drop so far. We could take a look over on Meta, and we could see Meta has had a very nice drop, very nice downtrend. Everything has just been fading, falling, getting weaker. So really, the key to success, the reason why I've been able to make so much cash and so much money over the last few days is simply enough because I've just been playing these trend lines. I've been trying to figure out what are the best trend lines to be able to, that everyone else sees. Because let's think about it, guys. If I can play the same support and resistance that everyone else sees, we know where we're going to have bounces. We know where we're going to have action. We know where we're going to have good activity. So the thing is, if I'm taking a look at Meta right now, okay? Meta at this moment is all the way down towards the price of 310.19. I have a good feeling we're probably going to get some sort of bounce around this area. Now, Dek, why would we get some sort of bounce? Well, let's go even farther back to like a 15-minute time frame. Meta actually bounced right here at 309.75. We are actually bouncing right here at 309.75. We bounced right here at 309.75. There is a great chance that we bounce somewhere right around 309.75 because we do have bounce play here, we do have bounce play here, bounce play here, bounce play here, and it's probably going to get some sort of bounce play here. That's just connecting the dots. We also can realize that Meta also has this blue line right on its 13 EMA. Its 13 EMA, its price is actually right at the price of 309.70. So we could see how Meta is basically just sitting right at that 13 EMA. That's what's trying to hold it up the best it can. Now, if it starts cracking just like the SPY did, things could get very weak. So what am I leaning towards today? It's a little bit of a tricky open. I can give you my prediction, but obviously my prediction may not be correct. So what I have at this time is I do think since the market sold off so well yesterday, I do think there will be some more momentum as traders will be saying, hey, let's keep selling this on off. Hey, let's keep dropping this. Hey, let's keep getting weaker. Hey, let's see if this is going to keep on falling even more. So I could imagine the market basically have all this momentum from yesterday and then fall even farther down before finding some sort of bounce play and try to work itself back on up. But what I would really suggest is no matter what play you like, go into a 15-minute time frame and look at the past week, okay? So if we're doing this on the SPY, let's try to figure out right now what makes sense. What makes sense for us? Where is there support? Where is there resistance? Where is there true trouble? Like what really makes sense for us? Now, I believe, this is my thought, that the markets are going to turn and probably stay in the red. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be a massive drop, but I'm saying it's going to probably consistently be on some sort of downtrend. So if I'm taking a look over on the S&P 500 here, I would say obviously our top resistance is all the way up towards around 460. Now 460 was all the way up at the very tippity top. Now I don't think we're going to go all the way back up towards 460 today or anytime soon. But what it does give me, it gives me a nice little gauge. Now, if I say, all right, I think today's going to be a green day, but I still think we're going to be negative, we probably want to connect the tops of this trend line. This is probably one of the safest and conservative lines out there. So if let's say the S&P 500 does start spiking all the way back on up today, a great area for you to be able to get filled at would be all the way back up towards 455 for some sort of reversal. Because remember, just think about how everyone else sees this chart. Hey, everyone else is looking at the chart and they see we hit this purple line, we fall. We hit the 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 purple line, we fall. The best area possible to get filled on a put contract would be all the way up here. That's where we'd have the kind of the greatest opportunity to be able to make money because it would be like, hey, everyone would be seeing this. Everyone would be expecting this. But most likely today, that's not very realistic to see it spike $7. So what's a little bit of a more realistic area? Well, when I take a look over on the SPY here, I can put another, downtrend. I can connect the dots, and you guys can see that we do have a nice little downtrend at this moment right along this area. Now, this is much more realistic. This probably will be touched at some point, and this is maybe how you want to start off your first trade on the day. You say to yourself, all right, Dek, if the S&P 500 spikes on up, I know it's going to have a lot of resistance, probably right underneath 450, 449.50, 449.75. That's probably going to be a very strong resistance line. If it does break through that, we might run all the way back on up towards what area? This area. I see that we do have some pre-market low bounces from yesterday. We also do have a nice low all the way back from 727, July 27th. That was a nice little bounce area. So I do see its next resistance line, as well as if we do ever start breaking this downtrend, we would run on up towards this area right around 452. So it's like, it gives us a good idea. All right, Dek, so this is what we're thinking. Maybe quick morning spike, pop up towards around 450, try to get filled on the put side right around 450. Hits 450, we start holding it, we start getting a drop on down. If we start spiking and we start really moving on up, we probably want to get out of this play, may want to look on the call side, and again, ride it up to 452. 452, we hit that, that should be a very nice rejection area. We start going above 452 and start going up higher, hey, it could be just a very bullish day today, and we may not want to try to keep going on the downside. So like this is where I start getting my ideas from. Now, I have been trading Meta the last 3 days just because Meta has been a very active play. Now, Meta, kind of something very similar here. Meta is a little bit interesting because we do know the 13 EMA is right around that 309.75 mark. I do see bounce play. 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 If Meta does pop itself on up, let's say at the start of the day, and it could get all the way up towards around 316, that would be the best entry possible for ourselves, I think. 316 is an old top. It's an old bouncing play. It's an old top right here. That's the area that I feel the most confident to actually get involved on this play. If we do get a morning drop, I would honestly be looking for some sort of bounce play, I think. Just because I do think we're going to start with a nice little drop and then kind of work ourselves back on up. If we do go on a morning spike, I would like to see somewhere up near 316 for some put contracts. That's just where I feel the most confident, and that's where I feel the best out of META. Remember, traders, I want to be trying to get in near support, near resistance. That's what I want. I don't want to be getting in at the middle of plays. Like, I don't want to be filled at 312. We have 310 support, 316 resistance. Getting filled at 312 is right in the middle. It might go up, it might go down, it might move this way, it might move that way. We only want to be able to get filled at support for a bounce play or at resistance for a reversal. If we get a quick little drop on down, I might look for a bounce play because I think it'll pop right back on up. But like Meta today, it's going to be very active. One of the most active plays I've been playing a lot recently as well is AMD. And AMD, this play yesterday had its biggest red day of the year. It went from 120 and fell all the way on down towards 107. It's a very active stock. The reason why I like AMD is because it's very active. I don't care what I trade, guys. I don't care what you trade. I personally just like to trade whatever is moving. If it has volatility, I like it because volatility means that stocks are moving. If stocks are moving, we can make money. We can't make money when stocks just move sideways. When stocks get massive dumps, we can make money. When stocks have massive spikes, we can make money. That's where we can profit the best. So, that is one that you'd want to be watching as well. But I'm going to be focusing on Meta and the S&P 500 kind of right off the rip here, seeing if this play is going to be able to get any sort of attention and get any sort of hype. We do know that we have earnings later on tonight. The markets are starting to get a little bit weaker. I am thinking if Meta gets a little bit of a morning drop, look for some sort of bounce play, maybe back on down towards 307 to 306. If it does start spiking right up right away, which would be best case scenario, we would try to look for an entry somewhere up near around 315.75, and we could be able to make some nice money and be able to make some cash from here. All right. So that is the overall goal going in on this. Now, is there any sort of stocks that are going crazy this morning? Let's see here. We got BJDX. BJDX going a little nuts right off the rip here. Let's see. Why is BJDX going on this climb? I am not seeing any sort of news over on BJDX. 1 week ago was the last press release. BJDX right here, team. I don't have any sort of news on this play right now. Stock has gone from $5 all the way up to $12. If we look at a past chart history pattern, what do you guys realize? Well, something that stands out to me a lot over on BJDX is that it has a lot of these long black lines. What does that mean? It means that these are long upper shadows. Upper shadows shows us that the stock has spiked, has hit a high, couldn't hold its gains, and came crashing all the way back on down. Well, look how many long upper shadows we have. So what does that tell me about BJDX? BJDX is a spiker. It's known to spike, but it's also known to give back all of its gains after it spikes. So the thing is, would I short this play right off the rip? The answer is no. I wouldn't short BJDX right off the rip. But if BJDX starts getting up towards around $15, things might start getting a little interesting over here. Let's see. Does BJDX even have any shares available to short? BJDX, and it is shortable. So if we wanted to go ahead and pull the trigger over on BJDX, there are shares available to short, but I really wouldn't short this right at the start of the day. I would probably wait to see, what comes on up out of BJDX if you guys are interested in a penny stock, just because it's known to spike and then give its gains on back. Let's see what we have here. Any sort of hot news at this time? Anything big that's coming on out? So taking a look over on our scanner at this time, let's just see what we have. Any sort of big news. Seems like Cook is the best press release at this time. Cook upgrades its target price to $6.50. Goldman Sachs neutral, raises target right here. So nothing too wild, nothing too crazy right here. I always like to just see the news type as well. News, filings. What do we have? 2-star word. We have approval over on VRAX. VRAX approves on its 180-day extension. So that's not like approval for a drug. Let's just see what are the kind of top-rated press releases today. Top-rated press releases today. DCTH talks about primary treatments coming up in its earnings reports. AVTX right here did not meet its primary endpoints. AVTX, possible short, did not meet its primary endpoints right here. We have Dash. Dash maintains positive, not positive results, but positive price target. So I'm just kind of see if there's anything like amazing news here. I love how this news scanner just literally tells me every single hot press release. It just makes our lives 10 times easier. So that's very, very nice to be able to see at this point. But it doesn't seem like news is kind of, popping on off at this time. So news isn't, popping off at this time. We are more focused over on the S&P 500, more focused over on Meta, and seeing what is going to be getting that big rip, getting that big run, and getting that big spike. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go here. Let's get ready to see what comes on up, and let's get ready for a little bit of action, a little bit of hype. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Let's set up these scanners and get ready to rock. All right, team. Bringing everything on over that we got to do before this day really kicks on off here. And there should be a lot of good hype and a lot of good momentum on this day, which I'm really excited about. All right, team. Let's get ready to do it, huh? Let's get ready for this day. Let's get ready for this action, this momentum, this activity, this goodness. 9:28 in the market right now. I am going to be watching META. META already trying to get a little bit of a bounce play. And remember, if you have to, go into a little bit of a larger time frame, right? So if you have to, go into a little bit of a larger time frame, like what I was doing before. 15-minute time frame. Extend it on out. Get your bearings. Get your bearings on what you need. You guys can see again our current downtrend. Dek, where would be the bounce if there is going to be a bounce? I would probably say, 302 just a little too low. I'm trying to find like a nice overall area that makes sense here. I'm actually going to go back to a very large time frame here for a second. Let's just say we do get a crack at the start of the day. What makes sense to this bounce play? 305 just makes, look at this, guys. Bounce play off 305, bounce play off 305, runs on up, top resistance right here at 305. So I do see a lot of strong like 305, 305.50. That should be a great support line. What's this area right here? 307. 307 has a little bit of a platform, maybe some tops. I would probably give 307 a chance if we crash right at the start of the day. So the market's about to open on up here, team, in about 20 seconds. If we do fall on down towards, let's say 307.40 or lower, I'm going to look for a dip buy. 307.40 or lower, I'm going to look for a dip buy over on that play and go from there. So what I'm looking at this time here, traders, just a little heads on up, is I would be typing out META. August 11th expirations is what I've been doing a lot recently. I'm happy with a 310 strike price if it goes on down to 307. And then I would probably be looking, let's just start with 25 contracts, switch that on over to a market, and we'll be all set, ready to go here. Now, let's say Meta spikes on up right off the rip and really starts taking on off. Remember, what's the target? We want to see Meta go all the way on up towards around 316. So let's just adjust. Let's just be ready for our orders at all times. Let's say Meta does start spiking. We're going to switch on over to a put contract, still have August 11th. Strike price, we want to go slightly out of the money, but probably not too far out of the money. So if we go all the way up to 316, I'd probably put a strike price at around the 312.50-ish mark to see it start coming back on down. Switch on over to 25 contracts and be all set, ready to go for a market order. So that's what I would be, doing this order, this setup, this expiration, this contract on what I would be looking at if, let's say, Meta tries to hold up its gains here. You guys can also see that Meta is holding right at that 13 EMA mark. So that 13 EMA area right here, that is what Meta is trying to hold up towards. So Meta trying to hold that 13 EMA, that's right at that 310-ish area right now. So we got a little bit of that 310 area. Still watching, focusing over on this. Still watching this, waiting, seeing where this action activity is going to be going. Dave, that new scanner right now is not out. That's just a beta testing new scanner. So if you're saying, Dek, can I get that new scanner? That new scanner, unfortunately, right now is not out. That's something that's going to be coming on out, I think, in like the fall or so. But I'm basically just testing out that scanner at this moment for a company. But I like it. I enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be using it every single day. But that's not out to the public just yet. So just a little heads up. You probably can't find it anywhere. Let's see, we got Meta still a little bit of a spike. Tesla a little bit of a pop. Now, Tesla, remember, is trying to hold up this 50-day moving average. So Tesla's trying to hold up the 50-day moving average at this moment. Little heads up, Cook. Cook was popping up on the new scanner. Remember, what was this? One of the better gap ups this morning, I believe it was. Over on Cook. I think I had like a price target raise. And Cook is starting to get a little bit of hype. So Cook starting to get a little bit of hype. Cook starting to get a little bit of action. Still watching Meta. Remember, guys, we want to stick to clear-cut, easy areas that everyone else is going to short at. I think that's going to be above 315, up near 316. Go to a 15-minute time frame, and if you need to, extend your chart on out. Where do I think everyone's going to look for shorts? Up near around 316.05. That's going to be my target to start looking for a put contract. Yesterday, guys, I didn't get involved on my put contract. I got involved in one at like 10 o'clock, and then I got involved on the next one at around like 10:30. But the one at 10:30 was able to pay me out over $5,000. So the thing is, sometimes all it does is come down to the pure fact is if you are patient, you will be paid on out. If you are patient, you will make money, right? So everyone just understand that patience is key. Patience is key here, traders. Meta getting a little bit of a drop. We're going to wait until it gets up to that purple line here. We don't want to be buying somewhere random. We want to be either getting that put at the top or we could be looking for that bounce play at the bottom. But I am not getting in at just random areas right here. SPY at this time, S&P 500 starting to turn. S&P 500 starting to turn, starting to get a little bit weaker. That could definitely drag down this entire market. So we want to be as smart as we can. We've gone over a whole lot here. Agent, Dek, nice hat. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a birthday gift. So I own a dog. Okay, I have a dog, so they bought me a dog hat with the dog that I own. I thought it was thoughtful. Okay, so, but I like it. It's high quality hat. High quality stuff here. Right now, SPY, COOK. COOK trying to get a little bit of hype. Guys, BJDX. Remember, BJDX is known for these big upper shadows. We have big long upper shadow here, big long upper shadow here, big long upper shadow here. Personally, I would not short BJDX yet. I just wouldn't short BJDX yet. I think BJDX definitely has more momentum behind it. Remember, traders, stocks are it's kind of crazy. Stocks have a DNA. Stocks have genes. If I seen that you have very big spike and dump, very big spike and dump, very big spike and dump, very big spike and dump. Guess what's going to happen? There probably is a great chance that this one is going to have a very big spike and dump. So BJDX, I just wouldn't, go ahead and short it. If your great granddad has red hair, and your granddad has red hair, and your parents have red hair, I'm going to take a wild guess and probably say that you have red hair. Okay? So it's like, you got to follow the stock's genes every now and then. So that's why I'm not going to short that one at this time. I'm still watching the S&P 500. See if the S&P 500 can get a little bit of a move back on up. Staying patient here. Staying smart. Let's see, what time was my trade yesterday? Because sometimes that's all it takes. Yeah, yesterday we made $4,290. My first trade that I lost on was at 2:15. I got out at 10:15. I got out at 10:21, and then my next trade was at 10:36, and I got out at 10:48, and that's when I was able to make that very nice profit. So the thing is, over on this trade here, sometimes, it's not going to happen within the first 5 minutes. Sometimes it happens in the first hour. Sometimes it happens within the first 2 hours. So as long as you guys have a game plan and you stick to that game plan, that's all that matters here. SHC a little wonky in volume. I would be careful on SHC. I like it. That $18 down to $15.82. Keep this on the back burner. See if it's going to be able to hold up its gains where this next rip and run's going to be heading. As you guys know my entire game plan so far. We're waiting for Meta to spike on up towards around 316. This is the best area that I see at this moment. I see two main good trend lines right now. I see that we have a downtrend of this red line from 330, falls on down towards around 326, comes on down to 324, comes on down to 323, comes on down to 322, and this would be all the way back on down to 321. I personally just don't think that's going to happen. That's a little far away. I think the best area for us to go ahead and do a put contract would be this old top to, again, this old bounce play, which turns into this old top, where I just think that right around 316, a lot of other traders are going to see this. I think a lot of traders on Wall Street are going to see this. A lot of people are going to recognize this. Let's see. Can we even drag this on up? No, that wouldn't line up too well. But that's kind of just where I'm leaning towards. So all it takes is a nice little rip right here. Nice little pop on up, hit that 316 mark, bada boom, bada bing, bada ba. We're all set, ready to go. Enjoy the day. Get on after it. Thursday, guys. A day of margaritas. That's what we like to do on Thursday. We get Enrique up in the back, cooking things on up. Start speaking a little gibberish in Spanish. Getting after it. Right now, META still watching this play. So I want to see, can that thing squeeze? Can that thing squeeze? Got Claire today. Claire's looking pretty nice. Dressed on up. Actually came up to work, a little presentable today. Very good. Enrique's in the back, whipping on up lunch right now, getting things started. I think we're going with a little bit of seafood for lunch and then a little Mexican fiasco tonight for dinner. So, Tradecaster firm's looking good right now. Everything's prepared. All we need is some nice profits to celebrate. S&P 500 still slowly grinding, and once Meta gets on up here, team, we get that pop up towards that 315ish mark. I mean, honestly, we could just stay in this. We could honestly just stay in this 15-minute time frame if you guys want to. Really, all it comes on down to: we touched the purple line, we fell. We bounced off the purple line, we moved on up. We came up to the purple line, we fell. We come back up to the purple line, we're basically looking to it to hit and get rejected. That's gonna be my first trade. Want to make it nice, simple, easy, understandable, comprehensible, intellectable. That's all I got. I was starting to run low. S&P 500. We're staying patient right now. Staying patient, staying good. We We know the game plan. We know what we're looking for. Every single move here. BJDX, anything on BJDX? BJDX is still basically just sitting still. TTOO, not too much. DRTT, not too much. PWM, still waiting, still watching. Still watching this move. Slow and steady. Dek, why don't you go on a meta call if you think it's going to go up to 316? That's a good question. You know, Dek, why don't you go on a meta call? You're waiting for it to run on up towards around 316. Why don't we go on the call side? Well, I'll give you the honest answer. I will short this if it gets up to 316. But to be honest with you, I don't know if it's going to get up to 316. So people always say that. They say, Dek, your entry is going to be up towards 316. That's what I want if it gets up to 316. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to get up to 316. It might just, you know, go up to 313.93 and start falling right back on down, and then it crashes, and it's like, oh man, why did I jump on in? So I get what you're saying. Oh, if your entry's up here, let's just ride it up here first. It's just my entry is there if it can get there. If it can't get there, well then I got to come up with a new game plan. So there is a little bit like of a difference there, but I get what you're saying. Right now, META still watching, focusing over on this play here. We've been on an absolute tear the last 3 days, and I know, again, it's been videos going viral. TMZ, I can't even step outside the house, guys. It's kind of wild. TMZ, paparazzis are always, again, taking pictures of me, walking my dog, hanging out with my fiance and just saying, coming up, getting interviews. I can't even step outside. I go to a shop, right, a Walmart, a Giant, just trying to go grocery shopping. I'm signing autographs left and right. It's just absolutely unbearable at this time. I just ask, guys, if you see me sitting down at a restaurant, let me just finish my food. I don't mind taking a picture every now and then. You know what I mean, team? So, not too bad. I get it. I understand. We've been on an absolute tear over the last few days, just doing our thing and being the best we can. And I understand, guys. I always got to remember the little people and where I came from, the peasants, we like to call them. But, hey, I'll take a picture. No worries. But TMZ, if you're listening right now, let me just finish out the workday. Let's get this thing on up towards this top. I love the people that are watching for the first time who don't know I'm just like having fun, and they're like, hey, this guy's kind of, I don't know if I like this guy or hate this guy. Okay, so hey, we're just getting dialed in, trying to wait for this to get all the way up towards that 316ish mark. Just trying to get up towards that 316 area. We're getting closer for sure. Getting closer for sure here, traders. Slow and steady at this moment. How's the SPY looking? SPY hasn't really held on up whatsoever. SPY not really holding on up too well. We're very close over on Meta. Come on, Meta. We got to get up. Maybe starting entries, guys. I mean, the best entry is going to be right up towards 316. But I would feel kind of bad if I miss it, if it goes up to like 315.50 and I don't pull the trigger. So I would say if we start going above 315.50, maybe get in on some smaller contracts, and then we can slowly add as we go. You know what I mean? Purple line is just a trend line. Not an EMA, not an SMA, not a VWAP, not a Bollinger Band, nothing like that. Not a Kamuchi Cloud or whatever it is. Just, just a good old-fashioned, manual, hand-printed, sculpted in the trade idea charts. Just like the Pilgrims used to do. Right? No technology. Just throwing out the trend lines the old-fashioned way. Just by reading candlesticks. Like the pioneers used to do. That's all. Nowadays, people are like, oh, my programs, my scanners, they automatically put my trend lines. I do it the old-fashioned way. Get out, do a little bit of hard labor. You know what I mean, guys? Everyone nowadays just loads up their trade idea scanners or whatever scanners they have, and you know what happens? Boom, 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 boom. Your trend lines are in. Do it the old-fashioned way. Get outside. Go touch some grass, kids. Cut some logs on up. Maybe rake the yard. Pick up some sticks. You know what I'm saying? Shovel some snow. Fat bastard. META. See if this thing can pop on up here a little bit higher. So we're still watching this one. Watching to see if META can get up towards that 316-ish mark. So what I'm very happy about, though, is we haven't put ourselves in any bad position whatsoever. Haven't put ourselves in any bad position. I'm happy I didn't jump in on anything yet. I would just be fighting, I think, time decay. I think right now it's just a game of patience. And, you know, I'm okay with being patient. I'm okay with sitting back right here, enjoying our time. Right? That's it. You guys, kind of think about it. I sit here for about 6 hours a day just literally talking to myself. It's a unique thing when you think about it. Just sit here 6 hours by myself. We can figure it out. We'll make it happen. We'll get there. We'll get there, guys. No big deal. Just comes on down to staying patient. I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to take you there. Sitting back and staying smart. No big deal. No worries. So we are just staying as smart as we can here, team. No reason to force in any sort of way. Right now, team, just watching and waiting. Watching and waiting. That's all it is. So let's just stay as smart as we can here. No reason to force. No reason to put ourselves in any sort of bad positions. Doing everything the best we can. Meta, a little bit of a drop. We did not get up to our top area. We're gonna stay, guys. I would say if you're dying for a trade, if you are absolutely dying for a trade right now, you guys would, I think, go on the call side still. Could you get a little bit of a drop on down towards like 312, maybe a 311.90? Yes, I do think that could happen. But hey, I say we stay with the plan. I would say I still think we're gonna move on up here slightly. I think we get a nice little pop. Here comes the SPY. SPY trying to rally on up. So SPY, a little bit of a pop, trying to get a little bit of a rally. Remember, what's the main areas over on the SPY here? Let's go back to a little bit of a larger time frame as well. 15-minute time frame. Here's the SPY game plan. Remember, we have top resistance all the way up near 460. Unfortunately, 460 is just not going to hit. You know that, I know that, we all know that, right? 460 is just not going to get hit today. So you can really, if you want to, just make your life easy. Get rid of that kind of top red line right here. We really don't need that. But if you guys want to say to yourself, all right, well, what's the main downtrend? The main downtrend is touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here. The best area possible, if you're saying, Deck, I think we're at a bottom. I think we're at a low. And I think the market's going to move up over the next 2 to 3 days. You would want to have a target up to 455. That's where you'd want your target back up towards, 455. Now, if you don't believe we're going to get all the way back up to 455, I mean, if it does, that's the best area to do a put contract. But if you don't think that's going to happen, the next best area to do a put contract would be this one right here. A little bit more realistic, right? This one is all the way up at 449.40. So you guys can see a lot of upper shadows going right to this purple line. Every time we hit it, we usually hit this area and we get rejected and we start falling back on down. So that's very neat. We come on up to this area, we hit it, we usually get fallen back on down. If we ever broke this purple line, next target is bounce play here, bounce play here, bounce play here, bounce play here. Next target is all the way up towards around 452. So right now, team, stay patient, right? Stay patient. We're absolutely fine. Obviously, we're watching the S&P 500 for a little bit of a pop, and we're still focusing over on Meta. And Meta is grinding and trying to do its thing right now. Meta, remember, goal right now is 316. We start doing put contracts around 316. I don't want any trader to be like, oh, Deck, I don't get it. Why? Please, if you are not confident in this trade, don't pull the trigger. But if you like the trade and you like the idea, then pull the trigger. Deck, why are you looking at 316? I'm going to take a quick little screenshot right here just to explain it even in more depth. Remember, we're always looking to see where reversals are going to happen. So I can see when we hit the purple line here, guess what happened? We started feeding back on down. Now, we did have a nice little consolidation block right here. And we also had a nice little bounce play right here where we popped ourselves back on up. Now I can also see we hit this area right here and we started feeding back on down. So you're telling me when we came up to the purple line, we got rejected. Then we came down to the purple line, we bounced off of it. We came up to the purple line, we got rejected. So it basically is just saying that every time we come up near this purple line, we usually do what? We hit it, and then we get some sort of reversal back on down from it. So that's kind of where I'm at this moment. So I have META, still watching this play. This is the order that I'm looking to do. And August 11th, 312.50 strike price, and we're starting to move ourselves on up. We got up to 315.78 so far. Can we go up a little bit higher? Getting ready for some put contracts here. 315.80. Can we go up a little bit higher? 315.80 high of the day so far. Can we go up a little bit higher, guys? I'm going to start getting entries. I'm getting in right now on my put side. I'm getting in right now on my put side as we come up to 316. So I'm getting in on this play as we are moving on up. Getting in right now, just a little heads up on my put entries. I want to try to get as close as I can to that purple line right around 316. But I am in right now, just a heads up. Want you guys to be able to see this. And we're going to look for a reversal now. Let's go back to a 1 minute time frame. Let's see if we can get a red candle out of this. So we came right up towards around 316. Let's see if we get a nice big red candle back on down towards the low 315 area now. That's going to be the goal. We know 316 was a very strong resistance line. We want to see a nice big red candle all the way back down towards the 315 mark. We just had a beautiful spike. We are not buying at the top. We're not chasing the top. We're actually looking to do what? Be able to short at the top, do put contracts at the top, and be able to nail the reversal as we start fading and falling back on down. So let's see if we can make some money right here. So we just got in at the very tippity top. Let's see if we can crack on down back underneath 315.50. Come on. If we can fall underneath 315.50, get a nice red candle back on down to like 315.20, we'll be able to take profits, be able to make a nice gain. That's the goal here. I love our entry. I love our entry right now. Love our entry. Love what we're doing. Right now, I think we're all set, ready to go at this moment. Come on, let's get a crack underneath 315.50. Watching the bids right now, bottom level 2. Watching the bids, bottom level 2 at this moment. Can we get this crack underneath? Let's actually put Meta up on the top level 2 as well. Put SPY on the bottom level 2. And let's see, can Meta get this dump? Came right on up to 316. Come on, 337. Come on, keep cracking. Get a crack, get a crack, get a crack, get a crack. I want to see, again, bids all the way down to low 315s. 315s is the goal. Come on, we're so close. 315.50s. You know, what's awesome, we already nailed the first red candle, but we got to get a little bit more rejection. This all came on down to that 15-minute time frame. Watching for this to get the drop. We're currently up $250. Can the bid start cracking underneath 315 and we start getting a little bit of rejection? That's going to be the main thing here. We're so close. I'm sitting at a $0 profit right now. But I know I could be able to make some nice money over on this play. Right now, Meta, little bit of consolidation here. Looking for that 315.50 crack and then be able to make some nice cash here. So I'm just staying ready for this. I would like to see this all the way back down to 315.20. The bids are at 315 again. All right, 315.50, and we want to crack this. Come on, crack, 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 crack. Keep cracking, keep cracking. We're at 500 right here. Come on, crack 315.40s, 30s, go down to 315.20s. We can start all day with a nice little profit. We've been able to nail the high so far. Give us that nice red candle down towards like 314.90. That's the main goal right here. Give us that nice red candle. We just nailed the absolute high, I think. Give us that nice red candle. Give us that nice red candle, baby. Go down toward 314.90s. We're up 875 bucks. Oh, man, we came on down to 315.20s there for a second. We were so close to getting that nice flush, and we still might get it. 315.20s. Come on, let's get the 314.90s, guys, and we could be all happy campers. I want to just be a happy camper today because I want to have a good time. Come on. Let's get a 314.90 crack. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Currently up $1,300, guys. I'm going to take my gains right here and just be a smart guy right here. Boom! $1,030 in profit. $1,030 in profit. Kicking some things on off on this day. All right. All right. Kicking things off. Kicking things off. Kicking some things on off. That's all. Just kicking some things on off. Just kicking some things on off. Just kicking some things on. Just kicking some things on. Just kicking some. Just kicking some things on. Just kicking some things on off. Just kicking some things on off. All right. Nice little start. Nice little start right there. Great job from everyone making some nice money. Let's see if this thing can keep on going lower. Start getting that nice reversal all the way back on down. Again, Tap saying, Deck, it would be helpful to know the strike price next time. Ladies and gentlemen, please, am I incorrect? I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but didn't I bring out this entire level to show you guys my exact order? Didn't I say August 11th, 3/12/50, put contract 25 and going to add? I'm pretty sure I brought this all on over. Just want to make sure if I'm incorrect, I'm incorrect. But man, I'm pretty sure, guys, we've had like 30 minutes to go ahead and, talk about this play, go over this play, review this play, make sure that we're all set on this play. So, I'm pretty sure we were all set, going over absolutely everything. Please confirm with me. So, great job. Great work. So, nice work over on this play. And remember, this is all because of that 316 beauty. Now, we're currently up $1,000 here. And we can go back over towards this 15-minute time frame here. So 15-minute time frame, go time frame here. Let's kind of just keep following this on out now. So traders, what's so cool? Look how perfect this was. Did we not nail the exact high so far? Did we not nail this exact high period at this point? So that is so great at this moment. So you guys do have that nice top at this time, right along that area. And we're going to see, as long as we stay underneath this mark, we're still good to hold technically. So like if you're still holding saying, Deck, if this is your game plan, if you're saying, Deck, I right now am in right next to 316 and I have a stop loss at 316.20 and I just want to keep on holding because I think it's going to drop. Hey, keep on holding, right? So keep on holding if that's your game plan. If you are up right now, let's say you're up $200, $300, $500, put your stop loss at this point at a profit that you're happy with. So a lot of people do this, which is a big no-no, okay? This is like and hey, I'm guilty of this as well. So what we have right here is these plays at this time, guys. I see a lot of times people buying on a play. People buying on a play, they're making profit, they're making profit, they're making profit, and let's say hypothetically, they're up $1,000, okay? Now, what a lot of people do, which is a big no-no, which I've done before as well, is basically you just keep holding as it falls and holding as it falls and holding as it falls, and you end up losing everything and actually finish in the red because you don't get out. The best way to be able to trade is once you are up in the green, keep yourself in the green. So say, hey, if we ever fell back down to this area, I'm 100% out. I'm up $1,000, but worst case scenario, if the stock falls on down, I leave with $400 in profit. So when you're in the green, try to always make sure you stay in the green. When you get in the green, don't say, hey, I'm going to allow myself to go to the red. Worst case scenario, do this. Say, hey, Deck, I got in, I'm in the green right now. Place a stop loss at your entry. You'll never go in the red. So even if you don't lock in profits, the worst thing will happen is you make $0 or maybe you lose $10 or lose $20. But that's it. What if you guys could trade and you only made money, but only again lost $10, right? That would be the best way for you guys to be able to trade. So yep, no, right now guys, I am trading purely options. This is my option trades. So just a little heads on up. Again, here's my account right here. Meta August 11th. Meta August 11th, 2023. 312.50 strike price right there. So again, those were my option contracts that I got involved in. So a little heads on up. Also, just want to be open, honest, transparent for every single person. This is obviously my real money trading account. There has been times that I have traded a paper trading account as well. But I want you guys to realize real money trading, paper trading account. I have been paper trading at times due to the fact that we do have a small account challenge coming on up. And I do want to practice for the small account challenge. Excuse me. So Small account challenge coming on up. I do want to practice with the small account challenge. And that's why sometimes I might do a trade that is on the paper trading account because I want to get better. I want to learn strategy. I want to be able to see what works and what doesn't work. But over the last 2 days profits, all monster gains, all 100% real money trades. So just a little heads up for you guys. Just want to be open, honest, credible, transparent. Here's the paper trading account. Here's the real money account. You guys can see the difference. Real money account is what we're trading at this moment. So want to make sure that you guys see that. Yep, Russ, we do have the trend line on the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. So team, I will repeat this one more time. This is going to be the order that I will be doing the entire day. I will be doing meta orders with a strike, or excuse me, an expiration of August 11th. We will change the strike price depending on where the stock is currently at. But at this moment, expiration is August 11th. And if you are jumping in, even now, you know, what I always do is go slightly out of the money. So August 11th expiration, slightly out of the money. If you have a very small account, you may want to do August 4th expiration, but that's going to be more time decay. You can make more, but you can also lose more. August 11th, if you have a little bit of a bigger account, but still go slightly out of the money. So if I want a stock to fall, I want to go slightly out of the money where I want it to go to. If I want a stock to climb, let's say I do a call contract, I would go slightly above where I want it to go to. So I would do, if I'm doing a call contract, I want it to go up to 317.50 would be my strike price. So basically go like 1 to 2 out of the money and also do next week's expiration. Special Kiddo Deck, since you switched to options, you've been killing it. Yeah, I know. It's been a good run. It's been a good run so far. So we're going to try to keep this on up. So let's keep this going here, team. We are coming right on up, though, to that purple line. This is where traders will look for more entries. Traders will look for some more entries right on this play. I usually don't like trying to buy it on the second touch because sometimes the second touch is actually where we pop back on up. So it makes me a little bit nervous to try to get involved. How's the S&P 500 doing right now? S&P 500, I think the S&P 500 has to spike up a little bit higher, guys. I think the S&P 500 has to get up towards 449.50, and that's where we can get that rejection all the way back on down. So I just invested roughly right around $20,000 to be able to make this profit. But I got out pretty quickly too. But no, I'm not investing 100 grand, 200 grand, nothing like that. You know, that's more realistic accounts that everyone can have. And I know, again, still a $20,000 investment, still a lot of money, but it's not like 6 figures. Right now, Meta getting a little bit of that pullback here still. Meta, if Meta starts dropping, it's going to go all the way back on down to 313.60. You guys can see how this purple line's just holding so well. We do have a trend line lesson coming out tonight. So a little heads on up, guys. Trend line lesson. If anyone's wondering, is there anyone here over on YouTube? I went over this in chat yesterday, but is there anyone here that's saying, Dek, I don't understand how the heck you knew that 316 was going to be the high. I don't know how the heck you knew that that trend line was going to work on out. Is there anyone here that's saying that? Dek, how did you set that purple line? How did you find that purple line? If that is what you're saying, I have a new lesson coming out tonight, and that's going to teach you all of that. All right? So new lesson, be on the lookout at tonight, and make sure that you guys are all good. Russ, that's the one I'm going to be posting tonight. So I'll be posting that one tonight, coming on up. SPY still trying to come up towards its like purple line. I think the SPY has to hit this purple line before Meta gets its like big reversal. Like the SPY still has some room to run. The SPY can go all the way up to 449.50-ish, 449.60-ish, and then that's where I think Meta's going to start turning once the SPY starts turning. People are talking about people. Let's give them something to talk about. Something to talk. Let's give them something to talk about. Something to talk. Let's give them something to talk about. And how about love? Love. SPY, a little bit of a pop here. Did not get all the way on up there. Want this one to go up a little bit higher. SPY still watching this one. Come on, guys. Come on. Once the SPY pops on up here, we'll be able to start making some nice money, start making some nice cash, start making some nice profit. So I want the SPY to pop itself on up to that 449.50 mark. And then we could start getting involved a little bit better. We start making a little bit of cash. So Meta, I like where Meta's at. I think Meta's going to go a little bit higher though. I think Meta's going to get a little bit of a pop, or at least, come on up one more time to 316. So I'm just kind of watching right here, waiting and staying alert, staying ready. I know, again, the SPY can, still move itself on up just a little bit higher here at this time. And I just want to see where this is going to be going towards next. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Just want to get a quick little drink. Still watching. Looks like SPY is getting a little bit weaker. SPY getting a little bit weaker. I really wanted to see this thing trying to move itself on up. Meta may get a little bounce off that VWAP. If you guys are really dying for a trade right now, really dying for a trade, Meta may get a little bounce up off that VWAP right here. So keep your eyes peeled on it. Thea Deck, do you have classes focused on option trading strategies? Yep, over here, over on tradecaster.com, where we live stream every single day. We have an entire video library with 2023 lessons, which are just going over everything that you need to know from support and resistance, but we do have option lessons. We also do have on the sidebar everything that you need from shorting and entries and candlesticks and indicators, support and resistance, strategy lessons, and we also do have an options bootcamp just solely focused on option trading. So if you guys are interested on that, you guys can go ahead and also watch, a lot of these option lessons. But this is all over on tradecaster.com, where I live stream every single day. And woo, Tradecaster is popping on off today, guys. One of the beautiful things about being on tradecaster.com is it's not just watching me. You can click my lobby, but you can also watch Kush trade live. You can watch AK-47 trade live. You can watch Active Trader trade live. So it's almost like the Twitch of stock trading. You can go over here, you can click again, Kush, join his chat, join his lobby, and see what he's trading live at this time. And you guys can go ahead and check this on out. Kush is looking a little different though today, I will say. Is Kush okay today? This guy's looking a little different here. But that's one of the most amazing things over on Tradecaster. You guys can be able to watch every single one of these live streams, so you guys are getting constant trading. Kind of look like a young Matt Damon. You are right. Kind of look like a young Matt Damon. I don't know who that is. Starting to get a little bit weaker here. Meta falling on down. Meta, that 316 mark was absolutely beautiful so far. We do have, get ready for, I think, a possible dip buy, though, coming on up. It's going to be a little dip buy, probably right around that 313.40-ish mark, most likely. 313.40-ish. Little dip buy, I think, coming on up. SPY going to try to bounce, it looks like, off its VWAP. So the SPY trying to bounce off its VWAP. If this one starts getting very weak, uh-oh here. Things start getting weak. This could be a little bit of a trouble. I'm trying to see. We got a little, yeah, we still got, got a little opportunity here. This could fall back on down towards around 448.16 over on the SPY. Meta is going to, I think, get a little bit of a crack on down here, team. I think Meta's going to crack on down to 313.20s. If you want to look for a quick dip buy, look at around the 313.20s most likely. SPY getting a little bit of that crack. Watch our little bounce back on up. Meta at this moment trying to hold up its gains the best it can, but I do think it's going to crack on down towards around that 313.20 mark. You could look for a nice little dip buy as you come on down towards around these lows. You can see it's trying to get a little bounce off that VWAP at this moment. 316 was an absolutely beautiful area. Remember, that all came on down to that 15-minute time frame. Not like our, I think, like our main big trade of the day. I think we're going to consolidate a little bit before we make our next move. We're still kind of just consolidating at this time. That 316 mark was perfect. Let's be smart. AMD trying to move itself on up. Everything's trying to get a little bit of a climb. And do not forget tonight here, team. Tonight, we do have some nice earnings, right? So tonight we have some nice earnings over on Amazon, Apple, Coinbase. Very, very important. You guys check this on out. Still watching these plays here, team. Still watching this next move. Still watching this next time. Deck, I saw your golf swing on social media. Not too shabby. Thank you, buddy. I'm working on some things here and there. I'm getting a little too outside, and then sometimes I come over the top. So I gotta kind of have a little bit more of keeping it close, and then I can get a little bit more shallow. So sometimes I get a little slicey maybe off the tee. But hey, right now handicap is about. What, I don't want to lie here. Probably 6. Usually shooting anywhere between a 77 to a 78. If I can just keep it middle fairway off the tee, I'll be scratch. It's just I just drive it so damn far, just keep it straight, and we're good. 150 in, electric. Put a putter in my hand. Soft as hands, like I just lotioned on up with aloe baby buttercream. Beautiful, soft hands. But just every now and then, you get one that kind of slides off, going 340 yards. It's hard to keep that thing in play. But I'm thinking about it. Thinking about joining a country club. Thinking about it. It's on my things to do maybe if I have a great month of stock trading. If I have a huge month of stock trading, it makes it way easier to pull the trigger on one of those. Nicest place around me, about 15 minutes away from my house, Saucon Valley. You ever hear of it? Saucon Valley Country Club is a $75,000 initiation fee. Kind of tough for me to want to pull the trigger on that. It's like a little expensive just to play golf, So it's a little pricey just to play golf. But is it worth it? I mean, that's up for you to decide. But hey, let's have ourselves a month. Let's have ourselves, getting after it. Netflix, looking at this one right now. SPY here. SPY still waiting on this one, team. I think Meta's going to bounce back up to 316. So keeping our eyes peeled. Hey guys, the thing is, I want to be a mentor that when I alert and when I trade, 99% of us. I could tell you guys right now, just a little heads up. I could say right now at this moment, hey everyone, let's go ahead and pull the trigger for a bounce play. Maybe 40% of us are going to win. 60% of us are going to lose. I would rather not do that. So I would rather be a guy who's like, hey guys, when I pull the trigger, we have an 85% chance of winning. Right? Like, I think that I would want to listen to that guy instead. Yes, I understand sometimes when we're trading nonstop, when we're trading 24/7, when it's yada trading 20 like crazy, it's entertaining. But at the same time, this is your money. This is real money that we're trading here. I don't want to have you guys lose that. I don't want to have you guys, again, just randomly saying, oh yeah, Deck's just randomly throwing money around. When we pull the trigger, I want to make sure we're coming out on top. When we pull the trigger, I want to make sure we're winning. So just, you know, I want to be selective. I want to be a stock sniper. Be selective. It's like remember, it's like a relationship. It's like dating. We want to be selective. You know, we're not going on dates with people we don't like. People that, you know, maybe are not up to our standards. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? Ladies, you ain't taking her out some smuck. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. And no, I don't. What's the next words? Don't. Oh, no scrubs. That's what I'm thinking of. I was mixing no scrubs with don't go chasing waterfalls. Same era. Same idea. Apply to your stock trading now. Just figure it out. SPY, little bounce off this. SPY, little bit of a bounce. Meta still trying to get a little bit of action here. Come on. SPY slightly breaking the VWAP. Or excuse me, slightly breaking its uptrend. Slightly breaking it here, team. Could it get a last little bounce all the way back down to 448? Meta here. Meta, if this one does fall, it's going to fall all the way back on down to the VWAP again, 313.60. We got to see this thing kind of move itself on up. And remember, the thing about option trades a lot of times, you have to, especially day trading, you got to be in and out. Because the longer you hold it, remember that hourglass has each little grain of sand going through it. And what do I mean by that? Is that you have an expiration date. Those option contracts have an expiration date, and every single minute that passes, those contracts become a little less valuable. The best thing you can do is nail the move. Get in, nail a spike, get out. Those have full time, full credibility, full everything. Right? That's going to be very, very important that I want to make sure that you guys see and understand and you guys are all set for. So it's like you guys just don't want to be putting yourself in positions that are only going to hurt you. Right? So very, very important here. So we only got one trade so far. Good news is we're all green. The good news is we are all green here. Makes me nice and happy. Make me feel good. Make me nice and happy. Make me feel good. So I'm just keeping my eyes peeled here. Seeing where this hype, action, momentum's going to be going. Not too shabby. Also, guys, I just want to show you guys this as well real quick. Let me just grab a little screenshot out of this. Can't show everything here. Just got to delete this right here, my account number. But I have been on an absolute tear over the last few days. So I just want to be transparent about that. Over the last few days so that you guys can see everything. This is just a screenshot straight from Lightspeed, my brokerage, and I just want to show you guys the back end as well. So you guys can see right here, you know, Lightspeed does have the URL right here. You guys can see accounts, me right here. You guys can see previous day, how much money, month to date right here, how much money, and this is like the back end over on Lightspeed. So just kind of want to take a quick little screenshot of that. Show you guys that I am trading real money, real cash here. We've been on a great tear the last few days, and I know, again, sometimes when you're up $13,000 in the last 3 days, it's like, oh, hey, is this guy legit? So I just want to show you guys that these trades here are real money, all real trades, getting after it. Still focused on these plays here, team. Still focused over on these plays. Right now, Meta is kind of slowing down here a little bit. We need the SPY to make some sort of move. SPY getting a little bit of that bounce play back on up. Back above the VWAP here. Do we have the SPY at this moment? SPY right here. A little bit of a triangle forming. Okay, so we got a little triangle forming. Maybe we get a squeeze out of this play. Let's see. Let's see which way the SPY is maybe going to squeeze out, and then we can get a little bit more direction over on META. Looks like META is actually getting pretty weak right now, though. META, guys, starting to crack its trend line, starting to fade. Next bounce area is going to be back on down towards 312. Next bounce area back on down towards 312 over on META. J-Trade's been a dedicated student for a long time. Watched every single he posted since day one. Whew, Jay, that's a lineup, buddy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to you, man. Absolutely fantastic. Shout out to you. Absolutely awesome. So cool to see. For a little bit more of this hype and this action. Meta's still dropping here. Meta's still dropping from that 316 mark. The SPY, though, is just still trying to hold that 448. Obviously, this trend line's starting to crack. I'm just staying ready. I'm just staying ready, guys. I'm just staying ready for anything. When you take a look over on the daily chart, we basically just have a doji star, which indicate we haven't moved up, we haven't moved down. We're basically just sitting exactly at its open right now. So we're basically just sitting right at its open at the moment. If we're just sitting right at its open, there's not too much that a lot of traders can do. Let me ask you guys a very important question here. Can you guys make money when a stock does this? When a stock goes like this, can you guys make money? Yes. When a stock goes like this, can you guys make money? The answer is yes. When a stock does this, can you guys make money? The answer is no. Can't make money when stocks are moving sideways. You can make money when stocks go up. You can make money when stocks go down. Can't make money when stocks are just moving sideways. So the thing is, if we're sitting still at the same exact price as we were at the open, it's going to be a little difficult to be able to pull the trigger and be able to make some money on this play, right? So we do want to be careful. What's so great is we should, or at least probably the majority of us, at least have some sort of gain today. I know it's not, probably the biggest gain. I'm only up $1,000. I'm not up anything ginormous, but at least it's something, out of this day at this moment. SPY starting to fade. Anyone going to play Apple tonight? Anyone going to get involved in that? If you guys get involved in Apple tonight, if you guys get involved in, one of those plays, that's going to be where some things could be pretty wild. That's where some things could be, definitely a little bit nuts. So if anyone is interested in Apple tonight, if anyone is interested in Coinbase tonight, if anyone is interested in Amazon tonight, oh man, things could definitely get a little bit crazy there. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of swinging earnings. Swinging earnings, guys, not a huge fan here. So is anyone here a swinger? Anyone here a swinger? Anyone here get a little excited Thursday night? go out, go swinging. Amazon, Apple, switch it on up. You know, I'll be honest, team. I'll be honest. Back when I was younger, I used to swing all the time. You know, we'd come up to this certain time of the year, and I would, you know, I was a little bit nuts. I was a little bit crazy, and I was just swinging left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right, and then boom, all my money's gone. You know? So, gave that up a long time ago. Amazon still watching this. Meta still watching this. What's so funny? Amazon's still watching. Meta's starting to get a little bit of this drop, though. Meta's starting to get a little bit weaker. SPY still slowly fading here. SPY still slowly fading here. Any sort of penny stock go crazy? Any penny stocks going crazy? BJDX never got that big time spike. It's been a slow little short back on down. DRTTT, or not too much. TTOO, not too much. ADMP, PWM, MSGM, still watching this one. What do you got for us, AK? AK, you shorting Tesla right here? Tesla has room to fall. I'm seeing the 50-day moving average down towards that 251.20-ish mark. 251.20, 50-day moving average, kind of the main target here. I do think we're gonna start seeing a little bit of a bounce here. I mean, is this market gonna? I mean, we have the S&P 500 almost all the way back down towards a low. What's Meta's low? Meta has a lot of support back down towards 312. I just want Meta to kind of pick up a little bit of steam. You know what I mean, guys? Kind of want to just pick up a little bit of steam here. I want to see Meta, you know, get a little bit more of a better drop. Anyone interested for a possible dip buy? I mean, the dip buy could easily be coming on up right next to, I would say, 311.80-ish. There's a ton of support at 312. So I'm just thinking maybe if it gets a little bit of a drop, we can maybe try to squeak one out. I'm going to be honest, maybe not the best trade in the world, but we could probably squeak one out if you guys are really interested, 311.80. So maybe go small on this one. I know we want to trade. I do think it's going to be profitable, but you just be careful. Switch over to a call. August 11th. We're at 312.50. Where you get filled at 311.80. So honestly, I would probably keep that same strike price because we want to kind of be as safe and try to be profitable here. I would be looking at, again, 25 contracts, maybe do 50 total, go over towards the market. August 11/23, 312.50. Looking for maybe a dip buy right off this blue line at right around 311.70. So I'd look at around like a 311.70 dip buy opportunity. It's kind of what I'm thinking at this moment, where I'm at. If we can get nice long lower shadow. Nice long lower shadow. S&P 500 is coming on down towards the low of the day as well. So as the S&P 500, guys, S&P 500 coming all the way on down towards the low of the day. That's why I do think Meta's going to drop on down towards like 311.70, 311.60, and then get a bounce play. So wait until at least 311.70, okay? 311.75 or lower. That's kind of what you want. So let's see. Drop on down, get a nice little dip buy, get a nice little bounce play. Maybe pop back on up. Let's see if we can maybe add $500, guys, right? Add $500 to it. So that's where I'm at right now. Low of the day, 447.45. Guys, low of the day still hitting. Another low of the day over on the SPY. SPY, another back-to-back red day. Back-to-back red day so far over on the SPY. Let's see if this thing can crack. See if this can drop. Strike price right here, guys. August 11th is the expiration. 312.50. I'd be looking for a little drop, a little bounce right back on up. So I'd be going 312.50. 312.50. Come on, Meta. Get a little bit of a drop. All right, guys, let's watch this. Close. Watch this closely. Watch this closely. Watch this closely. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can make some magic happen. Make a little magic happen. Can we go 311.60s? Let's just see if we can get it. I think it's going to go lower than what people think. And I think most people think it's going to go all the way down to 312. So I think a lot of people think that I think it's going to go down to 311.60. You know? You know what I'm thinking? So let's get a little bit of a drop. We just came down to 311.90. I want 311.60s. I want 311.60s, as I said. Just came down to 311.90. I think it's going to go lower than what people think it's going to do. So I want to see 311.60s. SPY is right next to the low of the day still. So I want 311.60s here. That's where I feel more confident. Get a nice bounce by. I think we can be able to make like 500 bucks off of it. I think we can make, 500 bucks. Nice little dip buy, nice little bounce play. And then it's going to lower shadow and pop right back on up above 312. If you're saying no, Deck, I'm getting in at 312. If you're liking 312, if you're liking at 311.90, hey, go for it. I'm saying conservative though. I'm just saying a little bit more conservative. That's all. Starting to get a little bounce now. Little bounce right now. A little bit of a bounce here. Came on down to 311.89. It was at the low, guys. Guys, I'm sorry. Bounce play just happened. So again, bounce play just happened right around that 311.90-ish mark. Now it's starting to get a little bit of that bounce back on up. Now it's trying to get a little bit of that climb. Now it's trying to get a little bit of that momentum. So we had the right idea. This would be our $500 profit candle right here. So this would be about $500, maybe even a little bit more, $700, $800. Right idea. I was going a little bit too low, but I would rather be safe than sorry. I would rather be a little bit more conservative today. Deck, what's the next possible entry you can get involved in? Connect the dots at this point. So grab again this line to connect it to this line, connect it all the way over here. So you would want to connect it, and this would be the next area that you would want to get filled on. If you guys are interested over in an SPY, or excuse me, over in a meta trade, you would look for a target all the way back up to the VWAP, up near around 313.60, or you would look to do a put contract when it got up to 313.60. So basically meta right here. Watch for this one to try to work itself all the way back on up. So we're trying our best to just try to make something happen. Trying our best to make something happen. SPY came all the way down towards the low of the day, and then the meta just got a nice, move all the way back on up here. A little bit slower today than the last few days. A little bit slower today than what we saw over the last few days here. Sorry, guys. Just had to check my Tinder matches there for a second. Had a couple big swipes the other day, so just want to see if they're coming on through or not. You ever get your adrenaline pumping a little bit, swiping over to the right? You see when you want. You don't even know if you want to bring it on over to the right because you just don't want to get rejected. You just you don't want to do it. There's been so many times I just swipe left on, again, a good-looking girl just because I don't want to get the heartbreak if she didn't match me. Well, Deck, you just never know then. Well, you know what? I don't know. Sometimes it's better to just live it as a mystery. Maybe you can live your life knowing that she could have maybe said yes, and she's still out there searching for you. So, sorry, team. Picked up my phone there. Just had a couple busy things I had to take care of, you know? Deck, aren't you engaged? Yes. Yeah, I'm not married, though. Okay? Not married. So, yes, when you get married, I do believe that you should probably delete your Tinder. You should probably delete your Bumble. You should probably delete your Hinge. I 100% agree with that. But I'm only engaged. Meta starting to move itself on up a little bit. Meta getting a little bit of a climb here. See if this pops itself on up. 313.50. See if this thing, where is this going to be going towards here? Where is it going to be going towards? 313.50. 313.50. We could look for a small put contract. Would you guys want to try it on out? Remember, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, oh, guys, I don't want to force anything. Like, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, hey, guys, we don't want to force anything. But if we are looking for a small put contract, and I cannot say I am 100 out of 100 confident on these, but I do like the current trend line. If we can get filled at a 313.50 area, we would look for a, I would stick with this 312.50 strike price. 312.50 strike price, August 11th. Switching over to 25 contracts, I'm going to, again, market. And if we go all the way on up towards around that 313.50 area and we can get filled, I'd give it a chance. See if I can just add a few $100. Just add a few $100 to it. That would be the goal. Hit the VWAP, hit the downtrend. That's all the way back on up to 313.50. We go above 313.40. Let's give it a chance here. 313.40, guys. Hey, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance here. I'm going to give it a chance. See if we can hit and reject. I'm in on 25 contracts. I'm only doing 25. I got filled at the very tippity top right there, I believe, or almost right next to the tippity top. 312.40. Let's see if we get a nice little rejection back on down. So right here, team, this is my live P&L. I was up $1,000, and now it's going to be adjusting. So as I'm trading, this is going to be adjusting here on if I'm making or losing money. So, little heads on up. I'm looking for basically purple line to touch, and we get a nice little red candle back on down. Goal would be try to get up towards like 1,400 bucks. You know, that would be the goal right here. Try to get up towards like 1,400 bucks. We are hitting the purple line right now, and now we're looking to be able to see if we can get rejected. I'm not going to go very big on this. I'm probably just going to keep it at 25 contracts, and I want to see if we get a couple red candles now. Maybe just come on down to 313. If we come on down to a low of 313, I'm honestly just going to take my profits and take another $200. We're at 313.15. So if I want to see 313.07, like something like that, I'm just going to take my profits. Little heads on up. 313.20. Right now I'm up $100. 313.07. Hold on, guys. Let's see if we get a little crack. 313.07. There we go. $280. There we go. It's starting to get a little drop. Up $300 right now. Let's see if we can drop a little bit more. Drop a little bit more. Drop a little bit more. All right, I'm getting out. Guys, let's go. I only made $100. Okay, because I got in and out with a market order, and I only had 25 I only made $100 there. But you know what? Hey, think about it like this, guys. If someone walked up to my table right now and went wham and smacked $100 bill on my desk right now in front of me, you know what I would say? I would say, whoa, that's $100 right there. You know, that's not bad. Like, what is this for? Like if it's cash in front of me, if someone handed me $100 bill, I'd be like, $100? Hey, thank you so much. But since it's a little green number on my computer, digitalized, I'm like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. I only made $100. You know, it's like, I get it. Sometimes, you know, when we're trading, it's, we want more and more and more and more and more and more and more. But the thing is, team, you know, it's still, hey, it's free money. Free money's better than getting money taken away from you. So, as I already said, I'm not at 100% peak confidence with these trades. I'm giving everyone that heads up now. This is not 100% peak confidence. It's just, hey, if we can make some free money, let's make a little free money. So right now, still watching. A lot of you guys asking me at this moment still about this Tinder joke. Jeez Louise. Deck, are you still engaged? Of course we're still engaged. And happily in love. Okay? We're engaged. We're happily in love. We're hanging on out. You know, I take her out to dinner once a month. I see her like once a week. We write letters to each other. That's the old type of chivalry type of guy I am, right? We do live in the same house, but I think it's really romantic if I have her sleep in a different room and I just don't speak to her for a few months. So I write her letters, like if it's like the early 1900s, and I send her, hey, can't wait to see you later this month. And then I get my own space. She gets her own space. Then we hang out once a month. Other than that, she's just working, churning butter, doing things. I don't know. Meta, still watching. Getting a little bit of a pop here. Meta starting to work itself on up. Deck, where's the next possible entry? Next possible entry would be all the way back up to 315, to be honest. Next possible entry would be all the way back up to 315. AMD, nice bounce play today. AMD's got a nice little bounce play. I'll go, like, the thing is, I'm probably not going to go bigger than 25. Maybe I'll do 50 contracts if Meta gets all the way up to 315, because that probably will be a strong resistance line. So if Meta actually spikes all the way up to 315, guys, I probably will jump back in on this play. On the put side, August 11th, strike price, I'd probably leave it at 312.50. Probably leaving the same strike price, 312.50 put contract. Probably do 50 contracts though if Meta gets all the way up to this purple line up here, which is going to be right around 314.90, 315. I'd probably again try to make a little bit more money off that one because I feel a little bit more confident. I know a $5 increments are always very tough to break. What do I mean by $5 increments? I'm talking about, you know, $1, $5, $10, $15, $25. $300, $315. Like these are strong resistance lines. So guys, little heads on up. If Meta starts breaking up towards around, I would say at least 315.80 or 314.80, I'm going to look for another put contract. If we see 314.80, I'm probably going to jump in on some put contracts because I think we're going to hit this purple line up near around 14.90 and then start getting rejected. So I would do another, you know, kind of free money trade where I would just try to make, you know, $300, $400, $500 if I can. So trying to get a little bit of a pop right here, trying to get a little free money trade, and wouldn't be huge, but at the same time, you know, hey, if we can make some cash, we'll make some cash off of it. See if we get a little pop on up. Still watching, team. Still waiting. Come on. Let's see if we get a little big spike on up to that purple line. 314.90. Go ahead, pull the trigger. Trying to make the most out of we can right now. Mo says, Deck, the music today, it's like we're sitting at the menu of a screen of a video game. I don't really know what's playing at this moment. Is it just like you're sitting on your couch back in 1997 with nothing but a PlayStation? Just waiting for your game to load on up, getting ready to play. Are you ready to play today? That's all I gotta ask you. Are you ready to click some buttons today? I mean, hey, isn't the stock market just like one big game of, it's basically just one big video game. But instead of, again, winning some sort of skin or some sort of coin or token, you know, you win real life money. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get that. I don't get this here. You know how many people out there basically devote their lives, I feel like, to just playing like Fortnite or playing like these RuneScape or whatever, and they sit on their computer for 52,000 hours just to, again, unlock some sort of shield playing World of Warcraft. It's like, what are we doing here? Imagine if those people just dedicated that same exact time to stock trading, and instead of, again, winning a little digital shield, they were able to just walk on out and be able to make $52,000 in a day. It's literally nuts. Oh, hey, don't say that about me, Decky. Oh, Zach, he doesn't understand. My clan is so good, though. RuneScape, I put in over 32,000 hours, and my Fortnite skin is so good. Have you seen my battle axe lately? Oh. Start playing a man's game, a woman's game. Start stepping up. Wall Street game, baby. Get your hair slicked back. Put a little pomade in there. Throw in a little bit of a smooth cologne. Sit down on a nice leather chair, shipped on over from Italia. And then start playing again the game of money, the game of stocks, the game of trading. Oh, Decky, but I put in so much time for my Fortnite skin. I wear it. It's Spider-Man. Oh, look at me. I'm Spider-Man. Start playing a game that matters. Woo. Woo. Right now, META. META still watching this one. Looking to see where this play is going to be going next. META, we did not get all the way up towards that 315 area. AMD starting to get a little weaker here. AMD, Deck. I would say AMD is going to get up to at least the 50-day moving average of 116. I honestly think AMD is going to go up another, up to that blue line, 200-day moving average. So I want to see, can AMD be able to spike itself on up? Can AMD be able to move itself towards that 115.70-ish mark? Meta still getting weaker, back underneath the VWAP. This has been the issue here, team. This is like been the problem here, right? We've already kind of discussed this, but it's like we make money on this, we make money on this. But now we're getting to a point where it's starting to kind of get more like this. And it's tough to make money when it's like, all right, guys, hey, I'm going to do a put contract here. Okay, and then I'm going to get out right here. And then I'm going to try to buy it right here. And then I'm going to try to get out of it right here. And then Jack do a put contract right here. And then go ahead and get out of it right here. It's just like reward is limited at this moment. And I feel like there's higher risk at this time. So that's the issue at this moment. But you know what? Hey, can't be upset at this time. Can't be upset. We're up $1,100 on this deck. $1,100? Would you guys be happy with an $1,100 profit right now? Who here would say, hey, Deck, I'll switch with you. $1,100, you take my profit. So whenever I start kind of getting into this mood, again, I always play the calculator game. Calculator game's always the best game. Right now, the calculator's not working. What's the calculator game, though, guys? 251 days in the stock market, right? So we go. Calculator. Here it is. Calculator. 1,155 times 251. Let's just say I do this every day. $289,000 profit. So a $289,000 profit if I can do what I did today consistently. If I can do what I did today consistently, that's going to be able to pay on out a very nice gain. Right now, Meta still watching SPY, still on top of it. SPY getting a little bit of that bounce back on up here. SPY still trying to get that little bit of that climb. Meta right here, if we want to kind of, I'm just trying to figure out our support and resistance lines, guys. I'm just trying to figure this play on out the best I can. I'm trying to figure out how high can this thing go, how low will it go. Let's connect some dots here on these trend lines. Like what looks reasonable, what doesn't look reasonable. Get a good idea on this next possible move. So AMD right here, still watching this play. AMD still looking, still waiting. Meta getting a little bit of a drop, but I will say Meta at this time does have a small dip buy opportunity at 312.60. Here comes the possible dip buy if anyone's interested. Is the SPY still moving on up? SPY still moving on up. You could look for a little META dip buy here. META, little Meta dip buy here coming on up. So Meta's still trying. I want to get one more trade in. Are you guys about it? How about you guys want it? You guys want one more trade? Let's see what we can do here, huh? See what we can do. Let's try to go for one more trade. Try to get after it here. One more trade. One more trade. One more trade. Jack, do you ever trade QQQ? Not really, to be honest. I really don't trade QQQ too often. But it's getting there. It's just... QQQ is just basically the same exact thing as the SPY. Max France saying, Deck, no forcing. I like it. Max France. 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 I got big respect for the French. When I lived in New York, one of my best friends was French. Couldn't understand a lick of what he said. Had no idea. We were best friends for like 2 years. Never spoke one word of English. I don't speak one word of French. But you know what? We would sit down, go on out together, have a good time. I like to think I knew what he said, and I think he liked to know what I said. And I think that was the joy of it. You guys ever read a book and you basically read and you make up the characters of what they look like in your head, and then when you watch the movie, you say to yourself, oh man, this movie wasn't as good as the book because it didn't live up to your expectations? You know, Malou, I hope he never speaks English, because in my mind, he's exceeded all my expectations. And I think it's the same. I think it's very mutual. So if you guys ever want to basically find yourself a human book, find a friend who doesn't speak any language of yours and go out on a Friday night. See what happens. See where you end on up. You might find yourself in a deep basement in New York City at an underground poker league, fighting for your life after you put yourself in $50,000 in debt. I don't know. Maybe it could, maybe it won't. But you'll never know until you try. Swipe right, ladies and gentlemen. Swipe right today. QQQ. We're gonna switch up the tone here, though. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch up the tone. See if we get anything kind of going. Maybe throw a little bit more high energy in there. Throw a little bit more high energy in there. Might be able to get something a little bit more ripping and running. I think I honestly had 2 songs playing at the entire time for like the last 30 minutes. All right. All right, team. Let's see if we can find it. We got to find this one last trade here together as a team, getting after it, seeing what we can do here. SPY. So what I'm comparing to, something very interesting, is take a look right now. META may flush here pretty soon. And the reason why META may flush here pretty soon is because when we look at this, traders, what do we have? We do have our bounce 1, bounce 2, and we are getting here what? Possible 3rd crack here very soon. Okay? So just like yesterday, let's remember this picture. Let's scroll back to yesterday. And actually, I don't know if we were in a 1 minute time frame or what was the exact time frame we were in, but it was very similar, I believe, where we had, yes, I believe it was like right around here, where this was the uptrend. We had a couple different lines right here, and it was very similar in the way where we had our 1, 2, 3, and then we got our flush, right? We got this big time dump, this big time crack. This is how I made my money yesterday. Yesterday, we got this big sell-off, and this is how I was able to make $4 grand. We nailed the sell-off. We had 1 bounce, 2 bounce. The 3rd bounce is where it didn't live up to expectations, and then it came crashing on down. So if this was yesterday, and right now this is today, possibility that we are going to maybe hold this for a little bit and then start turning back on down. So let's just kind of compare again these two. We do have 1, 2, 3. Now let's just go back into today's chart. And we do have 1, 2, 3. Is this going to start maybe a little consolidation and then arch all the way back down to 312? I mean, 312 is the main support line. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it goes all the way back down to 312. Maybe starts getting weaker, starts fading. So it looks like it wants it here. Guys, is it already starting? Is it starting? Is it starting to get a little bit of a flush back on down towards 312? What's the SPY doing? SPY, where's the low of the day? SPY is starting to turn back on down here slightly. So we are getting a little bit of weakness. Starting to get a little bit of that fade. It might hit 312 and just kind of like bounce right back on up. So that's kind of like the fear behind it. We do have a, if this, as long as it stays, I would say, as long as it stays underneath this trend line, that's a good sign. But I wish we had a closer trend line to the top that was a little bit more realistic. Like, you know, maybe that. I'm just trying to kind of clean up the edges, clean up the cuts a little bit here, right? Get us with a nice little fade. Put a little half on the side, a little one on up to the two. Keep it nice and tight. So it's still trying to hold. SPY, little bit of a bounce as well. I mean, we can't be too upset either. You know, the last few days we've had nice drop, big gap down, nice crash, big gap down. I still think like tomorrow we still get another red candle. I don't think we reverse here, guys. Please listen to this. I do not think we reverse back towards the upside until we form a long lower shadow and then move ourselves back on up. So I would like to see long lower shadow, then we move ourselves back on up. That indicates we'll have green coming on up, but we don't have a long lower shadow at a bottom yet, do we? No, we don't have a long lower shadow. We're not seeing anything along those lines. So I don't see that right now that we would be holding up its gains in any sort of way. I still see that. I think we're going to get weaker. I think we're going to keep on dropping. I think things could still keep on fading and falling, and I do think Meta is going to start arching on down. Maybe give it 5 more minutes here, team. We might get the flush that we want. We might get that flush to, you know, 312 is going to be support, but if we crack 312, I think we could go all the way back on down today. Meta still watching this one. Still watching Meta. Have a nice downtrend over on those red lines here. I know you guys are bringing up Yell a little bit, Y-E-L-L. Yell, $3 up towards 450. Got all the way up, trying to get up towards around that $5 mark. So yeah, Yell is trying to get a little bit of hype from this area all the way up towards around that $5 region. So $5 is probably going to be a little bit of trouble. Yell is also getting picked on up on the mid-candle breakout pattern. So you guys can see very nice spike, red candle, mid-candle breakout pattern setup. I do like that a lot. I do like that a lot. We do have very nice spike, red candle, mid-candle breakout pattern setup. YELL is, you know, getting picked on up. I know we haven't seen a lot of mid-candle breakout patterns recently, but I love mid-candle breakout patterns. YELL, perfect mid-candle breakout setup. IDAI maybe tomorrow. So again, remember, mid-candle breakout setup is where you have a very big spiking day. You do have a red day that falls roughly to mid-candle of the big spike, and then the next day is green. It's basically like buyers led to a big time spike. The spike was so big, sellers said, hey, let's go ahead and bring it on down. Shorters moved on in. The stock started dropping, and then buyers said, hey, we're at a good dip buy. I'm gonna move back in on this, and then it starts spiking itself back on up. So that's what we've had. Very nice spike, red candle back on down, mid candle breakout pattern, at least the buyers move on in. Next one we could have could be IDAI. IDAI went from 90 cents all the way up towards $3, back on down towards $2. Maybe tomorrow we get a little gap on up and we start spiking ourselves back on up a little bit higher. BABA, maybe $100. You know, that would be the target. So I'm watching. I like BABA still. BABA, it sometimes moves pretty hot, and that's what I get really excited about when it moves very hot. Daddy, hey, when you get a minute, can you tell where would AMD go? So AMD on a 1 to 2 month long hold. The thing is, like, AMD, we can all see 106, it looks like, is its main support line. So if you take a look over on AMD, you guys can see bounce play at 106, bounce play at 106, top resistance at 106. You can see AMD, 106 is its main area. If I were you and you like AMD, you buy next to 106 with a stop loss underneath 106, and as long as it holds 106, you keep on holding. So you don't want to buy at 114. You want to buy as close as you can to 106, and as long as it holds 106, that is where you're going to have the most success. NIO. This one could maybe move itself on up towards around like $16 plus, $16.50. Come on, we want this trade. SPY, we need you to either break down or spike. That's the thing. We need you to either break on down and spike. What I will say, I'm going to give ourselves a little pat on the back right here, team. Did we not have the best entry of today, though? Did we not have the best short of the day? Best short of the day today was 316. It came on up towards the price of 315.90. Once it got above 315.80, we started doing some put contracts. It started coming on up to 315.90. We did some put contracts. And you know what? It had a big time drop. We held this until it came on down towards the low 315s. But the thing is, you know, we got another $3 drop even after that, which was very awesome to see. Meta still trying to spike itself on up. I mean, Meta, guys, still trying to get a little bit of that rip and run. It kind of just comes on down to the pure fact that I think Meta is going to try to get up towards around that 315-ish mark. I just think Meta's going to try to get near 315. 315 is usually like a family-friendly area. It's where stocks usually try to always gravitate up towards. I know right now we're all sitting on our hands, waiting for that next move, waiting for that next spike, waiting for the move and rip and run and climb and pop. Also, if you guys are over on YouTube at this moment and you guys are saying, hey, I like this guy. I want to live stream with this guy every single day. I want to listen to his trades. I want to watch him trade. I want to learn from him. Again, we do offer a free 7-day pass for every single member. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys come on over here at Tradecaster. I live stream every single morning and most afternoons where we go over the market. We do lessons. You have the video library, and also you can watch all the other live streamers as well. So you definitely want to go ahead and check that on out. So again, I am live every single day. You guys have the video library access, and you can watch other live streamers every single morning and afternoon, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the only community in the world that allows that and does that. So make sure you guys check them on out if you guys haven't yet. So tradecaster.com. I'm live over here. Make sure you guys come on, join, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. 7-day pass, nothing hurts with that, guys. You get a free 7 days. Meta still watching. See if we're going to get a little pop here. Come on, Meta. We want that one more trade where every single person comes out. That's what we want. We want one more trade where every single person wins here. See if Meta can get up towards around that 315-ish mark. Netflix trying to get a nice little green candle. SPY trying to get a nice little green candle. I still think Meta's going to run up towards 315 and get rejected. Let's go rejection at 315.20. Rejection at 315.20 is the goal. Okay? Rejection at 315.20 is the goal that we want. So if Meta can get up to 315.20, I will do a put contract. Strike price 312.50. And so we got about another $1. I want to hit that top red line that I currently have placed and go from there. So let's see if Meta can run on up, hit that area, 315.20, and then we start getting a rejection back on down. And again, we're just going for a free money trade. If we can make $300, $400, $500, $1,000, hey, let's do it. So that's what I'm really looking for. Slow and steady. We all want to nail this one last trade. Let's see if we can do it together, okay? So let's wait for about another dollar rip here. Get this slightly above that 315 mark. And right when it gets above 315, that's where we'll be able to make some nice cash and make some nice money. Still watching this. Trying to get Webinito back up for you. AK, I would love it. I just don't have $10 million to make a streaming service. So, I wish, buddy. I wish it was that easy. It's just, starting a whole entire streaming business is a pretty hefty task. Right now, keeping our eyes peeled, guys. Staying ready for this one to be able to move itself on up. Webinito is back up if you guys are interested on it. Right now, still watching Meta. We want to see this Meta pop. Want to see this Meta pop. Want to see if Meta's going to climb on up. Still looking to see if we're going to get this hype in action. Guys, we're going for one more trade here, but we got to see Meta get up towards this red line. 315.20, we're there. Right? That's it. 315.20, we are there. 315.20, we are getting after it. Just trying to hold. How's the SPY doing? If the SPY pushes up towards the high of the day, we'll definitely see Meta get up there. So if the SPY can push up towards the high of the day, we're definitely going to get up there. Let's just nail this one more trade together. Come on here. Come on, guys. Let's see. Come on. We got to get one more together here. One more together here. One more together. One more together. Let's see this pop. Let's see this thing move. Let's see this hype. Let's see this activity. Let's see this momentum. We're almost there. We're almost there, team. Let's just get this nice little pop, and I think we'll get a free money trade on our hands. I enjoy the free money trades. Meta, come on. Get that little pop on up. If the SPY can start running up towards that 449.30 high of the day, we'll be able to make our profit. All right, Meta's trying here, team. Meta's going for it, maybe. Meta's going for it, possibly. This is my order I'd be looking for. Guys, get ready. Above 315. What is this exact area? 315.20. 315.22. 315.25. Getting ready for a possible trade here. Come on, a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Oh, starting to go. 315. Guys, I'm getting filled here on my puts. I'm getting filled on a put here. I'm getting filled. If we go a little bit higher, I'd love to get filled slightly higher above that if I can. I am getting filled, though, right now. I'm in right now at this moment. Just got filled at that top red line. Trying to be able to get some free money. I would like to be able to get a little bit more profit if I can. A little bit more profit. Guys, hold on. The thing is, I didn't get as many contracts as I wanted. I only got 25 contracts. Hey, we're getting paid out right now, free money. If we drop all the way down to 314.70, I'm getting out. If we go all the way down to 314.70 or 314.60, I'm getting out, and I'm just taking my gains, to be honest. Right now, we are up $1,100 on the day. We would like to be able to get up towards around $1,500. So let's see if we can get up towards around $1,500. That's the goal today. But I would like, guys, if it just falls all the way down, I will just take my profits. That red line is kind of the target, though. That red line right up to 315.20 was a perfect area so far. Let's see if we reverse and keep going lower. $1,500 is my target on the day. Are we still going on up a little bit? 315, what do we get up to? Got up to 315.20 there for a second. See if we can spike up a little bit higher. Guys, again, we're close. Guys, we're up $1,300. I wanted to add a little bit more, and I still do want to add a little bit more. I just want to get like our red candle here. I want to add if we go up towards like 315.40 or something like that. If we start dropping, guys, I'm up $1,300 right now. Guys, we might hit our target right here, $1,500 soon. Guys, we're up $1,500, $1,500 profit right now. $1,500 profit, basically $400 of free money. I'm going to sell right here. It's just the market orders. The market orders are killing me right now. You know what? Another free $200. It's another free $200, but it's just like the market orders are kind of killing my profits at this moment. Still, we're up almost $1,300, Deck. You can't be upset. It's a free money trade. If someone walked in front of you, put another $200 on your table, you wouldn't be upset about it. So I wouldn't be upset about it. And the thing is, like, I'm giving myself a little pat on the back because we're nailing these tops. Deck, are you going to look again for a possible entry? I'm going to look again if we do spike on up. If we do spike on up at this point and we break this red line, we're going to run all the way back on up towards its old high, 315.76. So if you break this red line, we are going to spike on up towards 315.76-ish area, 315.80. That's going to be strong resistance. That's the next put contract. So I took our profits when we came down to 314.70 because, again, I'm just trying to make that free money. If we do spike ourselves on up, 315.75 to 315.80 is the next put contract, okay? So we're just, again, no big long holds here, team. We're basically just trying to, like, just scheme out some cash. That's it. We're playing the ATM machine, and we're just pressing all the buttons, and hopefully something comes on out. So right here, team, we're just watching to see if META could be able to get a little bit more of that pop for us and be able to make us a little bit more money here. So good job if you guys are still in on that play. I feel like guys, I need like a big sign. I need a big sign. And I gotta either digitally write on the screen or I gotta wear it on my head. Everywhere I look. What's the strike price? What's the strike price? What the fuck is the strike price? Zach, where's the strike price at? How many times do I have to say the damn strike price? How many times do I gotta say it? Why is it everywhere I look? What's the strike? What is it? It's been the same. Said it like 90 times. Meta, nice reversal. Guys, Meta is starting to get a little bit of that crack. Meta is finally getting a little bit of that crack. Meta, guys. There's the nice little reversal if you guys are in on that play. Guys, I might just call it and say, hey, I'm happy with $1,200. There's the nice reversal. Nice red candle there. It's getting weaker and weaker. And, you know, we're just trying to make some free money out of this play. So I think I'm honestly good. Just saying to myself, hey, Deck, $1,200 in profit. I think I'm happy with this. Hey, let me ask you guys here. Did everyone have a good day? Did everyone have a good profit? Did everyone have a good opportunity to trade? Did everyone come out on top here? Can I ask you guys right now over in the chat room, how did you guys do today? Is everyone in the green? We went 3 for 3 on the day. Not a massive day, but you know what? Green is always good. Happy to be able to make some profits. As long as you guys are in the green, that's what I care about most. If you guys are up $20, $200, $2,000, $20,000, or $200,000, I'm just want to see you guys, you know, in a little bit of profit today. We know it's a little bit slower. We know it hasn't been the hottest day in the world today. A lot of quick drops, a lot of quick spikes. Just trying to make money where we can. That's kind of what it comes on down to. So, absolutely great, absolutely awesome for those who, again, attacked this market today. Absolutely great, absolutely awesome to those who, again, jumped in on the alerts today. Here is all my alerts and my trades on the day, making a $1,200 profit. And we'll see. You know, team, I think I'm pretty set here. I don't want to force. I don't want to put myself in any sort of unnecessary position. I think the best thing for us to do at this time is maybe get ready to wrap this thing on up and just say to ourselves, hey, the money's money, profit's profit, might as well take it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get ready to go. Let's see what we have here, team. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Not a bad day, guys. Not a bad day whatsoever. If I may actually strike that on out and say not only it's not a bad day, it's a good day. Strike that on out. It's a great day. Strike that on out. It's a superb day. To be able to come out on top again, be able to trade this account, be able to be on this warpath, to be able to absolutely crush it with the #1 trading community in the world. Not only are we the best, but we're the best looking. Look at that slim waist. Look at that tight body. Those nice abs. That ass. Shout out to you and who you are. I want you guys to look yourself in the mirror right now at this moment and just say, damn it, I'm good looking. Swipe right today, people. Swipe right. Traders, you guys crushed it. Have a wonderful, an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to jump back on the mic today right around 2:30 for Tradecaster members. So you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Traders, if you guys are watching over on YouTube, get on over to Tradecaster.com. We got new lessons coming on out tonight. Sign up to a free 7-day pass and let's get ready to rock and roll. You guys know the drill. Help me wrap this one on up. Help me close this one on off. And we got lunch hour streams starting on up here, team. Great job, great work, and awesome job all around. Welcome to Tradecaster. Help me wrap this thing on off in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Great job, traders. I'll see you guys back here after lunch hour. There's nothing that if I tell everyone how I made this money, that it's going to affect me in any sort of way. AMD, if we get a quick little pop above $12, I'm thinking about maybe a quick little short over on AMD. Finger on the trigger to lock in profits when it starts moving back on up. Here we go. Nice job. Let's take it. $979 in profit. Look at this spike, baby. Taking some gains right off the top right here. 124,000.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
200.
Every single person can be successful.
Dollars in profit.
There's no reason for you not to become a full-time
Now we're
trader.
currently up $2,100. Let's just keep it going even more. I want every single person. Now we're up $2,500. Now we're going up to $117.40.
It's not like it's a competition. It's if I tell you how I was able to do this, go out, make that money, make a killer, and let's all absolutely crush it together.
Let's go, baby! Let's see this thing keep unfolding even farther here. We're up $1,100 within the first 5 minutes of the day. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, it's like work, never should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, nigga, work some black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a birth to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Get it back to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the railroad.
I'm damned if I do give a damn what people say. No deal, and I need this shit they want from me. I just wanna say,
What you know about us? I got what you need. Looking for the story that what you want me for. You get what you please. We about to get it on. Take off the drawers. It's just you and me. You know what I be doing. I'm about to go wrong. 'Cause I like what I see.
California knows how
I feel bonita.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
But baby, you hardly even know when I try to show you. Song is meant to keep you from doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like in no keys. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly.
Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
Smoke in the air, binge drink.
Look. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like you forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate, or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? One of his all things gonna bloody your way. Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. She looked strangled him off in the parking lot with his cock and eye.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you kiss, then I will tell.
I took the walk to Poland. I took the walk to Poland.
College educated, she graduated. Any bill she can't front, her parents paid it. The show was far, you the only one with a car out your girlfriends. But being that she's a big fan, of course she made it. Most girls wanna hide the fact of the thrill they chasing, but you just wanna get drunk tonight and fuck someone famous. So I just name a time and a place, and your game for it. Value player, hotel room, meet you there.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. So darling, darling,
baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like baby girl, you know what I want. Let me do it to you, do it to you. Let me do you like
so darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No more Mr. Night Sky. No more Mr. Clean. No more Mr. Night Sky. They say he's sick, he's a sea.
Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me?
So baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show
I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning I need you to hold on. Maybe we should place so far away. Although I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Take me anywhere. Tell me that you need to stay. 'Cause I know it's used to be someone used to be someone
I can buy myself flowers, write my name in sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh,
I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Y'all already know who I am. My name's Topher.
Cause I'm a monster.
I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love. Nobody. Just grab somebody. Don't live in this party with nobody to love. Nobody.
And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide brought it down. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes older, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Then somebody said to me, nigga, why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. First you get a swimming pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. Pool full of liquor, then you dive in it. I wave a few bottles, then I watch them all fly. All the girls wanna play, they watch. I got a swimming pool full of liquor and they dive in it. Pool full of liquor, I'ma dive in it.
I love her mom, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. And it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I didn't lose. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see it.
If I lay here
Here's what I'm saying, you weekend we talk, it's I love again.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown. And we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer, when I met you in the summer,
and it became personal with me.
You ready? Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Papa on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can of main captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home.
I got way too much time to be this hurt. Somebody help, it's getting worse. What do you do with a broken heart? Once a love fades, everything is gone.
She wants to touch me, woo. She wants to love me, woo. She'll never leave me, woo. Don't trust her, never trust her. Won't trust her, no, won't trust me.
Shush, girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said, shush, girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. I said.
There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain it. All I know is 10:35, and I can feel your arms around me, that I'm drowning. All I know is 10:35, and I'm thinking, God, you found me, that you found me. You got me tripping, stumbling, tripping, stumbling, clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. You got me slipping, stumbling, sinking, stumbling, clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. Can't help it, no, can't help it, can't help it, no, can't help it, can't help it, no, can't help it, can't help it, no, can't help it. Stop love, don't worry,
Would you believe me if I said I'm in love? Baby, what you want me? Would you believe me if I said I'm in love? Baby, what
No, don't funk with my heart. I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? In love, baby. I wonder if I take you home, would you still be in love, baby? In love, baby. How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean? What devotion are you? How deep is your love? Is it like Nirvana? Hit me harder again. How deep is your love? No, don't fuck with my heart. No, don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your love? No, don't fuck with my heart. How deep is your
Nikki cause she got a man. But when that's over, then I'm first in line. And the other day in her Maybach, I thought, goddamn, this is the perfect time. We had just come from that video. You know, LA traffic had the city slow. She was sitting down on that big butt, but I was still staring at the titties, though. Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peaked that you like me, you know? Who the fuck you really wanna be with besides me? I mean, it doesn't take much for us to do this shit quietly. I mean, you say I'm obsessed with thick women, and I agree.
I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would never fall unless it's you I fall into. I was lost within the darkness, but then I found her. I found you.
Hold your breath, darling, swim to shore. I'll trade the water and that heart of yours. And when it storms, we'll sail right through the waves. I love you more than yesterday. I love you more than yesterday. I love you more than yesterday.